All right, guys, what's going on? I hope everybody's doing well. Forward march flight hold. How would you apply that? Well, I do a lot of multifaceted things, so just stay with me on this entire video. I will get your flight, forward marching flight hold in step for like 95%. Maybe at maybe the second transitory appointment that you have, they'll all be looking good. Here it is. This is what I do. First thing I do, I teach mark time first. I teach it in the day room, believe it or not. I'll spread them out, teach them in the day room. So if your day room's big enough, do it. If not, just go outside. I teach mark time so I can really focus on flight hold. So I'll say mark time, heart. I'll demonstrate it first, and then flight hold, step stop. I'm focusing on just step stop. That's it. So I'll be in the day room. I like forward, or I'll say mark time, heart. Hut 2, 3, 4, hut 2, 3, 4, left. And I'll walk around, left, right, left. And not doing the proper foot, I'll tell them. I'll demonstrate it for them. And I'll do it for a long period of time. Left, 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 right, left. Flight, hold, step, stop. No, we didn't stop. When we said step, stop. And it's not just stop, it's step, stop. Try it again. Mark time, heart. Left, 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 right, left. Swing your arms more. Left, 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 right, left. Put your back to the rear. Left, 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 right, left. Hut 2, 3, 4. Hut 2, 3, 4. Don't forget to say step, stop after this. Flight, hold, step, stop. Don't stomp the ground. You're stepping in, you're stopping. And you're coming back to the position of attention. Try it again. And I do that over and over and over again. And then I show them marching. Now listen to me. They're used to picking up their knees, right? They're picking up their knees while they do it. So you tell them, don't pick up your knees this time. Just walk like a civilian. And I show it to them outside. And I don't teach DCID yet. I'm not worried about DCID yet. And I'll just tell them, hey, you can do this in line or inverted line. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And then I'll say forward, harsh. I'll show it to them. Left, 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 right, left. Now, when I say flight hold, you better say step stop for me. Flight, hold, step, stop. I'm going to do it again. Forward, heart. Left, right, left. Flight, hold, step. And they're watching me step stop as they say it. So I'm really worried about step stop. I'm not worried about nothing else. You give them too much information at one time, it's an overload. And they're scared. So they're only absorbing a certain amount of material. That's why it's good to be encouraging and motivating. Come on, we got this, we got it. We got to be the best. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So if I'm in the RGTs, I'm marching them in line and inverted line. So I'll say, hey, everybody point to the guidon bearer. You're going to address to the person to your left, got the guidon bearers on your left. Any questions? Great. So just say they're in inverted line formation right now. And you're going to say forward, and you say, hey, don't pick up your knees. Just walk. Forward, heart. Left, 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 right, left. Flight, hold, step, stop. No, we didn't step, stop at the same time, but you're going to get there. Everybody turn 180 degrees around. By the way, this is line formation. This is how we march sideways, inverted line or line. All right, guidon bearer, move up next to the first element leader. Hey, everybody point to the guidon bearer. You can adjust to everybody to the right. Everybody else cover with the individual in front of you. We'll talk about the spacing in between later. Forward, heart. Left, 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 right, left. Flight, hold, step, stop. Oh, we're getting better at step, stopping. Let's go, let's go. All right, everybody turn 100 degrees around. All right, and if you're not right beside somebody, I want to give you the command of adjust. It's not really a command, but you can't give cover in line or inverted line. So I'm going to do adjust. Hey, go ahead and adjust. Short chop and step it. And then I'll teach them, hey, we want to keep that. We don't want to get too far away from the person. If we're adjusted to the right or to the left, you should barely be able to see them going straight forward. Now, why am I not doing it in column formation first? Because law of primacy. If you realize that when you flank them left and right in line or inverted line in the later weeks of training, They're not that good because it wasn't the first thing they learned. So when I teach line or inverted line first, I find that they understand it so much better when it comes down to forward march, flight, hold. Because 90% of the time, they're going to be in column formation anyway. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, so I beat up line and inverted line. I'll beat it up, beat it up. Okay, now we're going to column formation. Everybody turn 90 degrees to the left. When I say the command to cover, you're going to get your dress. Oh, well, we're going to work. I want you to worry about your alignment right now. Just alignment. That's it. So your cover and your dress. Cover. I'm going to work on those two. All right. If you move the element leaders, it's going to make everybody else move so they can get their proper interval. And a lot of instructors, they make a mistake. They tell them to put that arm up and you should be able to touch the person in front of you. That is not true. Get a 40-inch measuring tape and put it on your chest. It's approximately 40 inches. So give or take 2 inches forward or backwards will probably be approximate. Remember this, a 6'6" person doesn't have a 40-inch like distance. They don't. Okay? So make sure that it's like they can't touch them, but they take 2 handfuls to touch the person in front of you. Just line it up about 2 hands away from the person in front of you as your arm is up. You should not be able to touch them at all. Now, if they have a backpack on, maybe touch them, maybe, but stay away from backpacks. The reason why that's important is because when they do columns, you don't want them to jam up. Now, I understand in RGT, you might want to make a 35-inch distance. I get it. Even from the back of the pad, if you have a big, like 45, 50, not everybody's going to make that column. I get it. But stick to that 40 inch as much as you can. So that's what I do. Now, another exercise that I do. I call it flight hold, step, stop. So I call it forward march, flight halt immediately. So here it goes. Forward, march, flight, hold, step, stop. So on flight, their left foot should hit the ground to begin marching. So forward, march, flight, hold, step, stop. When I say cover, worry about your alignment right now. Cover. And then I'll mess with the distance or whatever like that. I'll be like, hey, make sure you can't touch the person in front of you. Fourth element, lift your arm up real quick just to make sure you're not anywhere close to them. Perfect. Great. Now, when I talk about arm swing, I usually say, hey, you want to almost hit the person behind you. I like excessive arm swing, and there's a reason for that. Because the arm swing is going to start helping them get in step and stay in step. So you're going to have people that are uncoordinated because they've never done this before. They've never had to march. They never had to worry about the arm swing, and they're scared. But I'll say, hey, push your arm swing back. And you'll realize that when they push it back, it helps them stay in step. So that's another reason why I tell them to push it back. So forward, march, flight, hold, step, stop. Now when they, so you got to be careful with the wording here. As they fall forward, they're going to suspend arm swing. So as the weight of the body comes forward on whatever foot is forward, depending on what foot you call flight hold on, that next foot that comes off after that command execution, you suspend arm swing. So just make sure. And usually I tell them to kind of slap their sides and lock it in so I can hear it, so I know they understand. So remember, your hands don't come together at your legs when your heels come together. They come right before, so then heels. Anyways, look it up. If I'm wrong, hit me up. I'm probably not, though. And finally, what I start working on is I work on their chest up, eyes forward, and I'll do them forward march for a little bit, step, stop, cover. I don't ever count down. Once they're set, I say, okay, now I'm looking at every rank in column formation. Hey, look straight ahead, young man. There's no way you can see the person to your right if you're looking straight ahead. And what they normally do is they do this. Can you see the person to the right? I'm like, I didn't say look at them. I said from the corner of your eye, can you see them? So look at me. Can you see them? No, back up until you can see them. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, can you see them? You have your dress. Congratulations. Don't be scared. I don't care how long it takes you to cover. Because we just learning right now. So I just want you just to cover. Just do your job. So then I'll say forward march again. I'll give a couple sets of cadence. Flight. Hold. Step. Stop. Cover. I'll start teaching the element leaders. Hey, you're getting too close. Hey, lift one arm up. Lift one arm. Look at their arm up. So everybody else behind them will shift over or shift in or whatever like that. If you do this on a sidewalk, it makes it a lot easier for them to really get used to that interval for the element leaders. I tell the fourth element leader, you better not be able to come anywhere close to the guidon bearer. Don't do it for their distance. So, anyways, and that's all I do. I hope everything made sense. If it doesn't, hopefully some of y'all that know me, you can just ring a ding ding, call me and say, hey, can you do that forward march flight hold? It was very confusing, and I'll take that correction and I'll redo it again. So what do we go over? We went over teach mark time first, so they kind of know when their foot's supposed to hit, so you can work on that flight hold. And then inverted line formation, especially if you're under an RNGT, going back and forth, use the made up believe command of adjust, because you don't want to give them cover, because that would be a command that you cannot give. You can only do that in column and inverted column. So yeah, look that up. And then finally, when you're doing forward march flight hold in column formation, and you're taking them down like a sidewalk to create that nice interval for the element leaders, you can say forward march flight hold step stop, so that they know when to step. That first step, when you say flight, they know that's when their left heel should be hitting the ground. And then finally, we wrap it up with calling a couple sets of cadences, trying to help them maintain and you're helping them maintain their dress and their cover first. It's a lot easier to work on just the alignment first. Worry about spacing second. Okay, just worry about that alignment, the alignment. Now, I get it. The closer they are, it changes their peripheral vision. But if you're just focusing on the element leaders in that base file throughout the entire time, make sure they don't touch anybody in front of them. It should be on cruise control. All right, that's all I have for forward march flight hold. I want to thank Technical Sergeant Daniel Smith from the 320 Training Squadron for asking me, well, how would you apply it? So this video is for you, my brother. All right, God bless. Take care.